Hi everyone, this is Lisa Espinosa, spiritual career coach, author, and host of the podcast Soul Studio for Your Career. I am so happy to be here with you today to talk about the summer solstice that is coming on Saturday. Specifically, how to harness that energy, how to use the energy of the solstice to empower and bless your career, your leadership, your service. So before anything else, let's go ahead and start with an invocation. So if you are new to my work, welcome. If I've connected with you before, thank you for being here. Hi Katie, hi Lorenza. Let's go ahead and just take some nice breaths. And as you do that, just bringing your awareness to your body, to your space, to this moment. Trusting that you're exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. And just bringing the palms of our hands together as we open the circle for those of you who are here live and those of you who will watch the transmission. And I just call on this golden light, golden magenta light to surround each of you, to surround our group, that this space be blessed, that I bring you clarity and forward movement on your highest path of love and service in a way that you are blessed as well. And we begin with a namaste. Namaste. So, for those of you who are new, my focus as a spiritual career coach is to help others evolve their career, evolve the way they share their medicine with the world by following the guidance of their soul. So it's like from the inside. And as we get ready for the solstice this Saturday, which is also solar eclipse, it's such a powerful day, not only because it's kind of marks halfway of the year. I mean, the actual halfway of 2020 is July 3rd. I looked this up. But the solstice really is a portal, it's a bridge, it's an entryway. You can think of it as a birth canal that you move through to step into this other side. Not only, okay, how is the second half of 2020 going to be for me, but also brings this heightened blessing and healing for our inner masculine energy. So whether you are, hello Leticia, whether you are female or male, or if you don't identify with either gender, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. And I often talk much more about the feminine because the divine feminine is so needed in the world right now because we have been out of balance. So it is essential and important that we connect with our divine feminine energy, that we heal whatever's limiting her so that she can express herself in the world. So I'll talk a little bit about the divine feminine so you can understand why the inner masculine, why our divine masculine energy is essential, especially when we're talking about career and service and sharing your medicine with the world and being a light worker, an earth angel, an ambassador of the divine, whatever you want to call yourself. So the divine feminine energy is that energy that is receptive, that is really connected with a different type of knowing than the logic and the intellect, right? The divine feminine is the one that receives the guidance from our soul, receives the guidance from the divine, receives the guidance from all of your spiritual teachers and guides across the veil. And as I said earlier, the divine feminine has been so maligned over the years. It's changing, of course, but even now there's still this understanding. It's really interesting. Even now, when so many of us are rising up to say, hey, the divine feminine is not only important, it's essential. It's part of this earth, this planet's evolution and healing. A lot of times when things get really hard or challenging, the temptation is to move away from the divine feminine, right? In the sense of like, okay, that's cool, prayer, meditation, intuition, nice, but this is serious, so I need to like focus on my intellect and use my logic. So that's where we still have so much growth to do, right? Instead of saying that to understand, no, the divine feminine is here to help us throughout everything. So what is the role of the divine masculine? And you know what, let me just back up a little bit to connect this with your career, right? Your service. If career doesn't resonate with you, then just, your soul's medicine. Because I know some of you are in between careers, or you might be retired. That doesn't mean you're done being of service. And when I say being of service, I am not talking about the old paradigm of being a martyr, of serving everybody else and then, not taking care of yourself, right? I'm talking about service in a way that serves you as well. So when you align with the divine feminine and you're making those decisions on what classes to teach or what creative projects to pursue, or, with everything going on in the world right now, always, but 2020 has been, quite a year. When you ask yourself, how am I supposed to serve here? What is my gift to give, right? I talked a lot about that in the prayer, peace, and power transmission. What is my gift to give? The divine feminine is the one that receives the answers, is the one that is open, right? Like this beautiful flower, to be blessed by the divine and your soul to know, like, okay, I'm hearing you. Now the divine masculine, I'm not talking about the wounded masculine, right? The divine masculine comes in so devoted to the feminine. This divine masculine energy understands that the divine feminine energy within us has a direct connection to your soul and the divine, that the divine feminine is wise and brings the creative and innovative and revolutionary ideas and solutions that are going to help the world. So the divine masculine, hello Annette, understands this. The reason it's hard to connect often with our divine masculine energy is because there's, just like there's a lot of woundedness to the feminine, there's a lot of masculine woundedness, right? Even though in the world men have had more power for many years, it often has been this wounded, unbalanced power, right? And for those of you who are men watching this, absolutely I welcome you here in this space, because this is going to be a revolution, this balancing of the divine feminine and masculine that we are all called to do. So it's often hard for us to visualize and connect with an inner divine masculine that is so devoted to the feminine, because we might not have had many experiences of that in our lives, in our external lives. Maybe you have. Maybe you can think of a man in your life, whether father, brother, son, spouse, lover, whatever, that you can think of and think like, wow, yeah, in that relationship, I felt so honored and respected, and it was so mutually fulfilling. I know it took me a long time to get to that point. It was a long time to get to that point. And of course, it's an ongoing process, right? So when we talk about connecting with our divine masculine energy, it might seem very foreign and unknown. So the summer solstice brings the energy of the sun, which is the divine masculine energy, brings the energy of, I am so devoted to you, divine feminine. I, receive the guidance, and I will take the action that is needed to take to make your visions come into reality. That's the divine masculine energy. And many times, so many of my clients and students I'll talk to, and I totally can relate, where they might be waiting for external masculine, for men in their lives, whether it's men that are currently in their lives or men that they're hoping to attract into their lives, that will do that for them, right? That will say, oh my gosh, you are amazing. Your vision is so important. Let me do whatever it takes to help you make that vision come true. And the reality is that we are meant to do that for ourselves. That isn't to say that we don't welcome and aren't open to men in our lives or even women in our lives that really embody that male divine masculine energy to support us. But it's almost impossible for us to attract that when we're not doing that within. So on the solstice, I wanted to do this today because I really want to invite you on Saturday to take some time, even a few minutes to create a little ceremony, a ritual where you connect with the energy of the solstice to heal your inner divine masculine energy, to heal the wounded masculine within you, so that as we enter the second half of 2020, you can create what you are meant to create. You can birth what you are meant to birth. You can release what you need to release, because the divine masculine within us is very, like, it knows what you need and what you don't need. So I meant to share this in the beginning. Our overlighting mentor for our Facebook Live today, I just kind of said a prayer and I was like, okay, who's our overlighting mentor for this Facebook Live? And I got Kalima, who is has a lot of divine masculine energy, right? She absolutely embodies the divine feminine as well. But she is like the creator, destroyer, birther goddess. She's not afraid of her inner masculine energy that can say, you know what? This relationship or this habit or this way that you're teaching this class or this project that you were so invested in, it's actually, you've outgrown that. That's the divine masculine does that. The divine masculine can come and say, like, you don't need that. That's done. Let that go. It has these, the divine masculine brings this refined, immaculate boundaries that it really understands, and it has that courage to set the boundaries that you need to have the not only the life that you long for, but remember, this is coming from the divine and from your soul, the life that will bless you and others. So when we do our inner journey today, I was really thinking, to ask your soul, what am I receiving this summer solstice? And to think of, I talked about in the last Facebook Live about the importance of questions, the importance of the questions you ask your soul, right? That you want to ask empowering questions. It's almost like your soul doesn't answer disempowering ones. Like if you ask your soul, what's wrong with me? Your soul doesn't really answer that, because your soul doesn't think anything is wrong with you. Your soul knows nothing is wrong with you. Your soul knows you are perfect and divine and amazing and has just so much respect for you. So when you ask that question, what's wrong with me? Who answers is your ego, not your soul. Your ego will be happy to tell you all the things that are wrong. And of course, then we just get stuck in that place. So, a couple of things about the solstice. The solstice is happening all over the world, which is now in the southern hemisphere, they're having the winter solstice. But all over the world, in this planet, on the day of the solstice, there is this beautiful moment of unity. So it's such a powerful, that's why the solstices are so powerful. That it's like, oh, it's this day to remember, oh my gosh, I am one with everyone. Whatever I heal, I'm healing for the collective. Whatever I release that is unnecessary is helping the whole world. So there's that understanding. And the solstice has been celebrated for thousands of years, right? That in cultures and societies that understood the importance of it. And in the solstice, the longest day of the year, we are so blessed by the sun, the light that is coming in to shine the light on everything in your life that is meant to grow and that is meant to be released. Now, you might be feeling this week, I know for me this week has been kind of intense, like a lot of emotion has been coming up. And I know that it's in preparation for the solstice, that my soul is like, okay, look at this. Not to punish me or torture me, but like, oh, okay, there's another layer of this that I'm healing. So, I've been preparing for the solstice for some time, and this week I, have my candle. I bought a new candle, which I love. It's a sweet honey. It's got a picture of a bee, a diagram of a bee. And so I've been lighting a candle every day. I've been just really connecting with my soul with the intention of preparing for it to cross this threshold of the solstice. And, been doing some special meditations, all sorts of things. So for you, if you are here watching this, if you're watching it live or you're watching the recording, I know a lot of you watch the transmission later on. That is the question, right? It's Wednesday, whenever you watch this, leading up to Saturday. How do I prepare? How do I show up to the solstice in a good way? Good way meaning in the beauty way, meaning open. And how do I use this to heal my inner masculine so that I can, as I enter the second half of 2020, which, you know, we have a pandemic going on. We still, you know, we have a lot of important conversations around race happening. You know, we have an election coming up. I mean, there's a lot that is happening right now in 2020 and that is going to be happening. And this isn't said in any way to scare anybody. It's just a reality. And just knowing like, okay, I want to be a source of light and blessings for the world. I absolutely need my divine feminine to be balanced with my divine masculine. If not, you can have all these amazing visions, but that never go anywhere. They're just amazing in your mind and they don't get birthed. And we are meant to birth heaven on earth. That's why we're here. So let's go ahead and go into our journey. So go ahead and just relax. Remember, this is recorded, so as you hear the questions, you know, you can come back and you can skip the first part of it and just like listen to the questions again, listen to the inner journey part again to see and receive more clarity. Okay. So we already set a beautiful circle of love and light and grace at the start of the call. So I invite you now just to bring your awareness to your hips and your pelvis, to your knees, your ankles and feet. And see beautiful roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet. And let's really extend our roots deep into the heart of the earth. Deep into the heart of the earth. It's okay, just use your imagination. Feel yourself so nurtured and blessed by the earth. Knowing that the earth wants you to succeed. She wants you to succeed because she knows that when you succeed, the earth is blessed. When you are on this journey, and if you're watching this, you are on this journey of leading through service, of helping others and healing yourself as you do that. Your success is intricately connected to the healing of the planet. So as we connect our roots deep into the heart of the earth, feel how joyful she is to connect with you, how much she wants to support your evolution, especially around your career and service and the way you share your medicine with the world. And now let's extend our roots to connect with each other, those of you who are here live and all of you who will watch the transmission. Energy transcends space and time, so even though we're not physically together, we can connect our roots together to create this beautiful container of grace and healing and transformation. And then breathe in all of that beautiful energy up those roots, up your feet, up your legs, your back, just kind of cascading over the crown of your head as you bring your awareness and your hands to your heart center. And here, with your hands on your heart, visualize that beautiful golden path that we've been visualizing for a long time, right? This is the path that is your highest path that will bring you and others the most blessings. It's not either or. It's you and others the most blessings. And as you stand on this golden path, see above you, to your left in front of you, you see the beautiful moon, the crescent moon. Just see in your mind's eye the beautiful moon. And on your right, you see the beautiful sun. And the moon is traditionally associated with our divine feminine energy, and the sun is associated with our divine masculine energy. So see in front of you the moon and the sun. There they are in front of you, hovering over your golden path. And as you stand on this golden path, receive the blessings of the moon. It's like she is radiating this light over your whole body. And I know many of you do moon rituals every month. And even if you don't, just receive the blessing of the moon. This moon is blessing you as she honors your beautiful divine feminine energy. She activates you so that your antenna, your channel to the divine, to your soul, is enhanced. So feel that beautiful blessing of the moon. And as you are blessed by the moon energy, you notice the sun next to her. And you notice as the moon and the sun are hovering over you, how much love and respect there is for each other, how much they complement each other. And the moon, as she is blessing you, she suddenly focuses right on your third eye, right at the center of your forehead. And this beautiful crescent moon appears on your third eye. It's like this beautiful crescent moon. You have received this blessing on your third eye. Your third eye is the eye of intuition, the eye that sees through illusion, through confusion, that sees through the eyes of the divine within you. So the moon steps aside because you have that beautiful moon blessing on your third eye. And now the sun is taking up all the space there over your golden path. And this beautiful sun does not burn, does not hurt your eyes. It is the perfect intensity for you. It is the divine sun. It is the soul of the sun. So you are now standing, receiving this blessing from the sun. And it is blessing your whole body. So you feel this beautiful warmth of this soul of the sun. And then it is blessing your solar plexus right around your abdomen. You're feeling the sun coming down to your solar plexus, infusing that divine masculine energy within you. And just let that happen. Just receive that sunlight now really present on your solar plexus or on your abdominal area. And now, just like the moon did, now this beautiful sun appears on your solar plexus. This beautiful sun right there. So you have the moon on your third eye and you have the sun on your solar plexus. So just take a moment to really visualize that. And in between your third eye and your solar plexus, your beautiful heart is open. Open to receive this balance of the feminine and masculine. And in this space now, you're going to ask these questions and know that your soul always answers. If you don't hear the answer right now, that is fine. It will become clear at the right time for you. And it'll, even if you get an answer now, it will continue to become clear the closer we get to the solstice on Saturday. So first question, as you stand here on your golden path with the moon in your third eye, this beautiful crescent moon, and the sun at your solar plexus and your heart so open, beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. What do I need to release? What do I need to release to heal my inner masculine? What do I need to release to heal my masculine energy? What do I need to release to evolve my wounded masculine to my divine masculine? What do I need to release? And just receive those answers, even if you're not consciously aware of what they are. Just receive. You're asked that question, what do I need to release? And then, beautiful soul, how do I honor my inner masculine energy? How do I best honor my divine masculine energy? How do I best honor my divine masculine energy? How do I best honor my divine masculine energy. And just receive the answers, even if you're not aware of them yet. You know they're coming in, they're filling your heart. And then you're asking, beautiful soul, how do I prepare for the solstice? So if you're watching this before the solstice on Saturday, the question is, how do I prepare leading up to the solstice on Saturday? I think it's exactly at 4:43, although my calendar says it's at 4:44 p.m., which I think is awesome if it's at 4:44. So how do I prepare? How do I best prepare to receive the blessings of the solstice? And just receive that guidance. Receive it, receive it, receive it, receive it, receive it. And then asking the question, beautiful soul, what am I birthing? What am I birthing on this solstice? What am I birthing on that day? And what are you guiding me to birth in the second half of 2020? So that's a two-part question. First question, what am I birthing on Saturdays, the summer solstice? What is being birthed? What am I birthing on the summer solstice? What am I birthing on the summer solstice? And then, what am I birthing the second half of 2020? What am I birthing on the second half of 2020? What am I birthing in the second half of 2020? And finally, let me pause for a moment. My soul's like, let them receive the answer. What am I birthing the second half of 2020? And now the question, how is my divine masculine meant to support me the second half of 2020? How is my inner divine masculine meant to support me as I move forward through the second half of 2020, as I move forward and birth my creations? Again, how is my divine masculine meant to support me as I move forward in the second half of 2020 and birth my creations? So just receive that now. Remember, release any effort to receive the answers. They are coming, they're in you, they are being received. Even if you're not consciously aware of them yet, they will become clear to you at the right time. And now with deep gratitude, we bring the palms of our hands together. Thank your soul, thank the energy of the moon and the sun. Feel that beautiful crescent moon on your third eye and your beautiful sun at your solar plexus. And with deep gratitude, we bow to each other, all of you who are here live, all of you who will watch the transmission at a later time. And we bow to ourselves with so much love and respect and honor. And we end this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And before we fully close the journey, let's bring your awareness down to your roots. And let's disconnect our roots from each other. Lots of love. And we keep an awareness of the heart of the earth because we want to stay so grounded and present. And now just taking some nice breaths and stretches. As we connect here with each other, and I just do kind of a closing. I have some cards to pull for you, and you know, just to remind you what I said earlier, your soul always answers you. Always. I mean, why would your soul not answer you? Your soul wants to have this ongoing conversation with you. So stay open today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Stay open to receive more and more of this guidance. And if you're guided to come back to watch the recording, to re-listen to the inner journey and have your journal with you if you didn't have it now, to just write down whatever comes, do that. Really do that. All right. So yes, 2 notes that I wrote for myself. 1, next Thursday, I have the virtual career Reiki. So this will be, I think, yes, the first offering after the solstice, right after we've crossed that threshold. And it's all about renewal, renewing, coming out of hiding. Even if you're like, I'm not in hiding. Coming out of hiding is like an ongoing thing that we do over and over and over. Like your soul's always guiding you to share more of yourself, to really, to like be more authentic, to be more vulnerable. Not vulnerable in that you're going to be attacked, but more vulnerable in that you're going to let your soul lead the way. You're going to release the layers of masks and facades and protection because you know your soul and the divine has your back. So that's exciting. Go to my Facebook page or website for that. That's $33. It's an hour. You're going to receive Reiki the whole hour, and you receive the recording as well. And I'm channeling messages as I do that. And then the week after that, I am so excited, a brand new workshop that I'm doing called Align with Your Future You. And this is going to be a 2-hour workshop. It is going to be recorded. So if you can't attend, I think it's from 10 to 12 in the morning on Tuesday the 30th. It's on my Facebook page. And it's going to be all about receiving specific, like, let me restate that. Connecting with your future you. I don't mean this just as like, oh, I'm just going to imagine it. Well, like literally, the you that you are becoming. I mean, think of the beginning of 2020. Like when I think of the beginning of 2020 and where I am now, it's amazing how much not only has happened, but how much internal growth I've done. Remember, 2020 is a leap year. I talked about that at the beginning of the year. So we are taking quantum leaps. So now what we're doing as we come to halfway through the year is let's connect with the future us, the us that we will be on December 31st of 2020, and have her bring guidance to you. Guidance and clarity and yes, practical steps. So I'm excited for that offering. It is going to have meditations and Reiki, but it's also going to have very practical, let's leave this gathering, this workshop with like a blueprint, a plan of like, okay, this is my vision for the rest of 2020. This is what my soul said I need to do. This is what I'm birthing. This is how I'm going to sustain myself through the rest of this year to work on my legacy of love, to heal others as I heal myself, in whatever way that looks like for you. So your way will look different than for everybody else. So no comparison. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm super excited about that. And I'm excited because my soul, my prayer is that every workshop and gathering I create is coming from within my soul, from the divine. And I so feel that for this. It was just like my soul was like, all right, this needs to happen. So I hope you can join. That's $44. And like I said, you will receive the recording, whether you're there live or not, so you can watch it over and over and over and receive more guidance each time and really receive your soul's empowerment about the second half of 2020. Okay, so enough about that. Let us, if you have any questions, of course, you can always private message me or email me. This is from the Soul Coaching deck. So we're going to pull a card, and this is all about the solstice. So this reading is all about the solstice for you, right? So what does your soul have to say to you? She has 2 things to say, so I'm going to turn 2 cards. Surrender. All is well. I surrender to my inner guidance. Look at her. I love that she is in the water. Surrender to your inner guidance. So as you prepare for the solstice, it's this remembering it's not an intellectual process. It's tuning into your heart like, okay, what do you want me to do? How do I soften to receive your guidance? Gosh, and then the other card is transformation. I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. So look at this. I know, I wish they weren't backwards in there. I think there's a way to fix that. But anyway, the step is surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is not wimpy. Surrender takes courage. It's an active energy. You have to set the intention. I will surrender. It scares me, but I'm going to surrender to your wisdom. And what does that lead to? Transformation. And I love how it says, I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me. So you are in this beautiful centered place as all of this transformation happens around you. And that is your blessing to the world, because as you experience that and people watch you embody that, they are inspired. You're like, what are you doing? Like, how are you so radiant where all this stuff is happening around the world, but how are you doing this? Right? And Annette I had a vision when we were meditating that I was being washed with rain and water and covered in blue. Well, there you are. Thank you, Annette. Yes, absolutely. So what I was saying is, as we do this, as we embody success in this way from the inside out, we are magnetic, and magnetism is a divine feminine energy that whatever we need comes to us effortlessly. And then the divine masculine supports us and takes care of us. So, as I wrap this up, I want to say that so much of the way the divine masculine will support you is making sure you take care of yourself. So very simple example, before I started the Facebook Live, and I've shared things like this before, I was kind of like, I had everything ready, and I thought I was going to do a meditation or something, and what I really heard, and I know it was my inner masculine saying, make yourself a tea and drink this tea to settle your stomach. And it was so like, oh, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I felt that, I felt that lovingness from my divine masculine. My masculine, as in my husband in my life, one of the ways that I so feel his love is him feeding me. As in meaning food is so important to me. Food, I just have such sensitivities to food. So I know what I was reminded of when my divine masculine said drink some tea is that often Greg will be like, did you eat? Do you have a snack? Are you, he just, from this loving place, because he understands how, and it's like he's mirroring for me my inner masculine, right? That, oh, my inner masculine is now, as I heal him, he can do that. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, all of you who are here. And I'm so, always, it's such an honor to be here with you, and I'm so excited for all the blessings that you will receive on the solstice, because I know that as you are blessed, countless of people are blessed, that you are not blessed alone, that your prayer is that as I am blessed, the world is blessed. So thank you, all of you. Bye, and share this transmission with others if you feel like they would. Oh, thank you, Judy. I didn't even know you were here. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you were here. If you feel they would benefit from it, share it with them. All right, bye, everyone. See ya. Oh, and just the last thing, all these videos are not just on my Facebook page, they are also on my website under free resources, soul videos. So you can always go back there and see them, and on my YouTube channel. It just takes a couple of hours usually to get up there. Bye, Leticia. Bye, everyone. Bye, Lorenza. See ya.